I am Donald Latender, the 9th Dean in the storied history of the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy. Our roots go back to 1885. It is my distinct pleasure to offer a heartfelt welcome to President Harold and other members of the platform, College of Pharmacy faculty and staff, family, friends, guests, and most especially members of the graduating class of 2016. To each and every one of you, we extend our sincere greetings and thanks for your presence here today. Today marks the college's 130th commencement. The graduates seated before me have completed a long and rigorous course of study. Speaking on behalf of the faculty, I can assure you that we are most confident these graduates are extremely well prepared for the challenges of healthcare delivery in the 21st century. This morning, we are gathered here to celebrate their achievements and bid them well on their impending journey. At this time, I would like to recognize the individuals joining me here this morning on the platform. Starting from my far left, your right, they are Dean Michael Kelly, Associate Dean for Professional Student Affairs and Professor. He will be introducing the graduates during the course of the actual conferring of degrees. But just a couple of comments about Mike. You know, in the 9 years that I've been doing this here at Iowa, Mike has been the guy that's run the show. He and his team just do such a magnificent job, and we'll comment more about that later. But Mike and his team oversee the administrative and academic functions of our Doctor of Pharmacy program. They're responsible for recruiting, admissions, retention, advising, counseling, so on and so forth. Mike is approachable. Mike is someone who's there when the students need him, in both good times and challenging times. Mike is a hot guy, through and through. His bachelor's degree, his master's, and his PharmD are all from the University of Iowa. We are extremely fortunate to have Mike as a member of our College of Pharmacy family. Next to Mike, we have Teachers of the Year, 3 of the 4, in fact. Each year, the College of Pharmacy recognizes outstanding teachers selected by the students. The process begins by soliciting nominations and supporting comments from each of the classes. The results are used to select finalists who are asked to supply documentation describing their approach to teaching and their teaching philosophy. Teaching, learning, and growing, quite simply, is why we exist for our students. We are incredibly fortunate to have not only these honored 4 individuals, but a superb faculty with us here today and every day in the classrooms, in the laboratory, hospitals, and community-based practice sites. I would ask these 4 individuals to please stand and remain standing so that we can recognize you as a group once I'm finished announcing your names. It is a distinct pleasure to recognize, and I'm actually going to start with the faculty side over here, because this year, one of the faculty teachers of the year is Shelley Fravel, and Shelley was our faculty marshal. Shelley? Shelley right here. Then, Drs. Lloyd Matheson, Dr. Brent Hines, and Dr. Jeff Reist. Would you all please join me in recognizing our Teachers of the Year? Seated next to Dr. Reist is Mr. Jack Evans. Mr. Evans is today's distinguished commencement speaker, whom I'll introduce more formally later in the program. And to his right, Mr. Bruce Harold. We are so honored to have President Harold with us here today, the University of Iowa's 21st president. President Harold will be formally conferring degrees during today's ceremony, and it'll be during that time that I more formally introduce him as well. President Harold, we are most honored by your presence. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge 2 other dignitaries in the audience here. First of all, Kate Gaynor, Kate is the Executive Vice President and Chief Executive Officer of the Iowa Pharmacy Association. For those of you that were at dinner last night, you heard some very sage advice offered by Kate. The Iowa Pharmacy Association began in 1880 and was instrumental in actually helping to form the College of Pharmacy at the University of Iowa in 1885. Kate is only the 7th executive director of the Iowa Pharmacy Association in all of those years. She has been CEO for 5 years. She's the first woman CEO of IPA. And what I can say to you is that the Iowa Pharmacy Association is not only a vibrant professional force within our state, but it is widely regarded across the United States and indeed the globe as one of the foremost state societies that our profession has ever seen. We are honored today by Kate's presence. Kate, could you please stand and be recognized? Her predecessor, Tom Temple, who served as CEO for 34 years, is also in the back of the room, and I would like to ask Tom to please stand and be recognized. Tom? Graduates, you look fabulous. You really look good. I just want to say that the graduates have asked me to assure all the parents in attendance that your daughters and sons dress like this every day. All kidding aside, you look most professional. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce soon-to-be Dr. Grant Hauslag, President of the Class of 2016. Grant is originally from Dubuque. Grant is an exceptional leader evidenced by his involvement in the College of Pharmacy and various state organizations. He has served as the Student Leadership Council President. He has been on the IPA Board of Trustees. He's the recipient of the 2015 Executive Leadership Scholarship, and in his spare time, he's employed at the UIHC Department of Pharmaceutical Care in the Acute Care Division. Following graduation, Grant has accepted a position as a clinical pharmacy specialist in toxicology at the Iowa Poison Control Center in the western part of the state. In my mind, Grant epitomizes the type of balanced student we are trying to nurture here at the UI College of Pharmacy. Academically driven, professionally engaged, and exemplary in demeanor. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Dr. Grant Hauslag to the podium, where he will provide remarks representing the outstanding class of 2016.
President Harold, Dean Latender, Dean Kelly, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family and friends, and of course, my fellow classmates. Today, we come together to celebrate the accomplishments of the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy class of 2016. It seems like just yesterday that we were in this same room, receiving our white coats and embarking on our epic journey into the incredible world of pharmacy. We listened to Dean Latender talk about the path that would lead us to today, and first met many of the mentors that would guide us to success and come to our rescue when our path became dim. We each had our name read as we crossed the stage and presented with our white coat. Today, we will once again cross this same stage as our names are read, only this time it will have the doctor title attached. Today, we become doctors of pharmacy. Sir Isaac Newton said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants." many of these giants are in the room with us today. And they have fostered an environment of mentorship that thrives on our successes. Not only do we have incredible faculty that serve as mentors, but preceptors are mentors, families are mentors, friends are mentors, and we even have peer mentors to each other. To all of our mentors, faculty, staff, preceptors, family, and friends, we, the class of 2016, wish to extend to you our deepest and most heartfelt thank you. People always say that pharmacy is a small world, and they surely aren't kidding. But what makes it such a small world? I like to believe that it's because as classmates, we've learned to look out for each other, regardless of the situation. We were told right from the beginning that the competition was over, that we all made it into pharmacy school, and that the success of the individual was just as important as the success of the class. We want to see each other succeed, and I'm confident that this mindset carries over into practice as well. I've seen it at professional meetings, conferences, and especially in practice itself. As we leave the room today, we will continue the epic journey we've only just begun. Some of us will pursue careers in community pharmacy, some in hospital pharmacy, some in research or drug development. Some of us may pursue a career in pharmacy that has a road that's less traveled. Or maybe our path and destinations are yet to be determined. Regardless of where we end up and how we get there, we should be grateful for the world-class education we received from the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy. When we applied to colleges of pharmacy, we all had a choice to apply to the University of Iowa. It's true that when we're out and in practice, we'll have the same title as our colleagues, a pharmacist, a doctor of pharmacy. But a pharmacy degree from the University of Iowa carries a certain weight that is undeniable. It's a degree that carries a reputation of excellence and innovation that has shone like a beacon for 130 years. For the last 4 years, we've been taught by professors who are pharmacy trailblazers, who have shaped and continue to shape the practice of pharmacy. Many of them are among the highest respected experts in their fields. For the last 4 years, we've been taught by visionaries of groundbreaking practice models. For the last 4 years, we've been taught by highly sought-after clinical specialists who practice at the very top of their field and are world-renowned for the impact they bestow on their healthcare team. For the last 4 years, we've all been lucky enough to call this place our home. Our world begins in Iowa. Our journey begins in Iowa. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Congratulations to the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy, class of 2016. We did it. Give yourself a pat on the back, savor these moments of triumph and excitement, and always hold your head high. Go out and do great things, and never forget that today and every day is a great day to be a Hawkeye. Go Hawks.
Terrific job, Grant. Had no doubts about the quality and the inspiration that you were going to provide. So thank you. One more time, let's give it up for Grant. You think it's easy coming up here? You did a great job. Grant has several loved ones here today that I would like to acknowledge. I had the wonderful pleasure of meeting them last night at the senior dinner. Once again, like we did with those faculty that we recognize, if I could ask the the family members to stand and remain standing, we would like to acknowledge all of you as a group. First, Grant's father, Gary. I'm not sure where your family is seated, but where's Gary? His mom, Diane. His brother, Graham, by the way, who just graduated this week from Coe College. His fiancée, Elise Van Sant. Was Elise. And by the way, Elise is a 2015 graduate of our college. So we not only produce pharmacists, we produce marriages over here. And then, last but certainly not least, his maternal grandparents, Lori and Lou Bellman, who recently celebrated their 65th wedding anniversary. So to Grant's family, let's give it up to Grant's family. Now it's my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's distinguished commencement speaker. I want to call to your attention, for those of you that could not be there last evening, that Mr. Evans has a special medallion that he's wearing today. That medallion is conveyed by our college as a special keepsake to each year's commencement speaker. It's our simple way of saying thank you for taking the time to come here and be a special part of a very special celebration. When this commencement is done, we will take that medallion back for a few minutes, and we then place that in a special shadow box, which then the commencement speaker can display in his or her home or office or wherever they may so choose. So I wanted to call special attention to that. Jack Evans is the president of the Hall Perrine Foundation, a private philanthropic corporation in Cedar Rapids. Prior to joining the foundation in January of 1996, he was president and chief operating officer of SCI Financial Group, having started with the regional financial services company in 1972. Mr. Evans earned his BA from Coe College in 1970 and his MBA from the University of Iowa in 1972. Currently, he sits on several boards, actually, but I'll just name a few. The board of directors of the Gazette Company, Nuveen Mutual Fund, and he's chairman of the board of directors of the United Fire Group. Mr. Evans is currently on the board of advisors of the Tippie College of Business here at the university, and is a past member of our board of regents for the state of Iowa, having served as president pro tem while servicing the board, while his service on the board. On a more personal level, many, if not all of you know that starting next month, we will begin demolishing the quad, which will soon become the home site for our new College of Pharmacy. I want to share with everyone in this room the work that Mr. Evans did as a member of our Board of Regents to help champion that cause. He's a principled individual. He's a smart individual. He's an individual who communicates exceedingly well. He's a leader. He's a professional. And while Jack is not a pharmacist, let me tell you, Jack is every bit as connected to this college as anyone could be who's not a pharmacist. It is with a great deal of pride that I introduce to you today our distinguished commencement speaker, Mr. Jack Evans.
Wow, I only wish my kids could have been in the room to hear that. Thank you very much. Good job, Grant. Good morning. Dean Latender, faculty, staff, and most of all, members of the families and graduating class of 2016, I too want to issue my congratulations. I'm delighted to be here today to share in the joy of this celebration. Your graduation is the product of a highly successful team effort. You will be receiving a degree today from a very fine institution that you've heard about. This college is highly respected. as well as being the first public pharmacy college west of the Mississippi. I've read about your top programs as well as your exceptional research work. I must, however, take a moment before we begin to comment a bit and get back at, I should add, your dean. Don Latender took the deanship the same year I joined the Board of Regents, 2007. I learned early on that this fellow has energy, passion, salesmanship, and most of all, commitment to the College of Pharmacy. He had me down to tour the facility, actually not a too subtle way to ask for a new building. He was proud, very proud, I might add, of the goals for the students, to pursue professional excellence, to develop a thirst for knowledge and discovery, to exercise civic responsibility, to provide the highest level of patient care, and to foster professional collaborations. And he wanted to be sure that I knew that the College of Pharmacy at the University of Iowa is the largest and most experienced university-affiliated, FDA-registered pharmaceutical manufacturing facility in the United States. Did I get that right? Okay. It was shortly after that that the Board of Regents did approve schematic design and a budget for a $96 million project to replace your current building. Now you all might see why I used the term salesmanship to describe your dean. He's a good salesman. Anyway, back to today. This day is a product of a highly trained team. We need to acknowledge that team this morning. Today, students, when your parents or grandparents congratulate you, thank them for their love and support. Lee Iacocca, a former chairman of Chrysler, said, and I quote, "In a completely rational society, the best of us would aspire to be teachers, and the rest of us would have to settle for something less." So, as Grant indicated, don't forget to find that special professor, and say thanks. Keep in touch with them. Faculty thrive on seeing their students succeed. A friend or classmate might also need a thank you as well. You know the members of your nurturing environment. My suggestion today is simply not to let the excitement overshadow those who have helped you along the way. I'd also suggest that you keep the team intact. As you move to the next stage of your career, don't forget your teammates. You need them, and they need you. This morning, I'd like to do three things: share some life lessons that have helped me in my career, discuss the notion of giving back, and finally, be mindful of Winston Churchill's speech-making admonition: be sincere, be brief, and be seated. Your time at Coe is a gift. Time at Coe. Geez, I'm sorry. Your undergraduate career sort of comes through when you don't. Your time at Iowa is a gift. Let me rephrase. A gift you have earned, and one to pass on in your career. In your profession, it will be easy to see the results of your gift. Thousands of people will improve their quality of life thanks to your expertise and caring. Share your gift freely and with enthusiasm. Now, if you will, let me turn to some life's lessons. One of my heroes, Warren Buffett, has said, "Do what you love with people you respect." A fairly straightforward statement, but I would add, work at making friends along the way. Good friends share joy and divide sorrow. Be a healthy skeptic. Embrace change, but never hesitate to challenge when necessary. I spent 6 years on the board of directors of the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago and chaired the audit committee for 4 of those years. As one of the 12 regional bank audit chairs, we went to Washington, D.C. once a year for meetings. At one of these meetings, we went with Mike Kelly, a banker from Dallas and not your associate dean. At that time, he was one of 7 Federal Reserve governors and responsible for the Fed's audit function. A man large in stature, who, when he spoke, was impressive. His message was brief, and I quote, "Trust is our product. Trust is our product." He continued that the Federal Reserve System is beyond reproach. His direction was to do what was right, tell the truth, and deal squarely with adversity. Reputational risk is something not to jeopardize. I bring up that message today because I think it applies to each of you. Patients will trust you. Trust is also your product. As Fed Governor Mike Kelly said, deal with adversity when presented. Tom Brokaw, I think everyone knows here, a world-renowned broadcaster, spoke several years ago at the graduation of Iowa's College of Liberal Arts and talked about his 1 year as a student at Iowa. It was a great speech. If you have time, pull it up on YouTube. He pulls out a Hawkeye hat and puts it on and starts out this way. This gentleman is going to come up and speak soon. He has a 4 in chemistry. If I'd have been here 4 years, I'd have had a 4.2. 1, 1, 1, 1. He said, but I learned a lot at Iowa. He said, I learned beer was a food and that weekends started on Thursdays. Dates weren't from Western civilization, they were from a sorority house. And then he got into the more substantive part of his talk. But it really wasn't a surprise that he was not so politely sent back to his home in South Dakota after 1 year, where his soon-to-be wife straightened him out. He finished college there, and the rest is history. He dealt with his own adversity. His message was also simple. How you respond to setbacks proves your true ability. Be creative and conscientious when challenged. Your profession will require a certain amount of lifelong learning, but I'd like to suggest that you not restrict it only to your discipline. Grant read Ralph Waldo Emerson's quote about paths and create your own and leave a trail, so I don't need to do that again. But I would encourage you to be broad in your thinking. Learn to play an instrument or join a book club. Education is a journey, not a destination. Be active in your children's activities and focus on the work-life balance. It's also been my experience, it never hurts to marry someone smarter than you. I mentioned earlier the importance of making friends. Well, a spouse is a friend on steroids. My bride is here today. We will be married 44 years this summer, and it is one of life's true blessings. Please don't change your mind, Nance. Work-life balance, a great segue to discussing introspection. I've found Sunday afternoons are a good time for a walk, to reflect on the past week's activities and think about the upcoming week's activities. This brings me to a curious suggestion. Go to funerals. Not any funeral. Funerals of people you know. It is a good time to see the successes of others, as well as pay respect to the family. It's a time to evaluate how your life is doing, and are there course corrections that are needed. Charles Wayland, an author, put it another way. You might call this the Cliff's Notes version. He said, read obituaries. They are like biographies, only shorter. But he went on to say they remind us that interesting, successful people rarely lead ordinary or linear lives. Remember that listening is a skill. Many years ago, I was on a search committee for a nonprofit executive. A candidate came in very well prepared and proceeded to talk during the entire interview. A fellow search committee member said after the interview, that lad needs to learn that you're born with 2 ears and 1 mouth. I thought that was very good advice. He continued, that one should always maintain a calm demeanor and not be afraid to challenge yourself and take calculated risks. In my life, I've been blessed with outstanding mentors. I would encourage you to find and appreciate yours. They usually are knowledgeable, experienced, and most of all, compassionate. Also, this might seem like a long way off and not well known as part of the aging process, but realize when you graduate from mentee to mentor, it's not a bad thing. Be aware and thankful for this transition. The last item I'd like to cover this morning is giving back. There's an old saying that's been attributed to a number of famous people, and it goes like this: you make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give. Fulfillment of a life's mission is not always measured by the size of a bank account. It's easier to make $1 than it is to make a difference. The form of your contribution to society doesn't matter. And as Kate Gaynor said last night at the awards dinner, it's up to you how you make a difference. A coach, a teacher, a human service volunteer. You decide. Do good so your community can do well. And don't forget this fine institution. The University of Iowa might not go undefeated in the regular season every year in football, but I'm convinced the university will be a leader in scholarship and service long after we have departed Mother Earth. I think you will find volunteerism enriches one's life and also helps develop great friendships. Teamwork is a virtue, and you have the ability to pick your own team. The country needs you, Natalie Blaine. Jonathan Linder, you can make a difference. Lane Nguyen and Laura Steinauer, I'm counting on you to keep me healthy. But to all you graduates, this is a great day. Congratulations, and may the memories of today be with you long into the future. So good luck. Go forth, go Hawkeyes, and Godspeed to each of you. And thank you for listening.
Now you can see firsthand why Jack is the kind of man that he is and has been successful as he has been. Jack, those were just wonderful words. Thank you so, so much. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Jack Evans. It was not surprising to me that Jack would take a moment and acknowledge his bride, Nancy. Nancy is also a highly accomplished professional. She graduated along with Jack from Coe College. Then she came here to the University of Iowa to pursue law school, practiced law for a few years, and then joined the faculty at Coe College and taught there for many years before retiring just 3 years ago. I know Nancy's in the audience here today. I would like to acknowledge Nancy. Nancy, could you please stand? There she is. And I do that for two reasons. One, because it's the right thing to do in acknowledging the accomplishments of your partner because they mean so much and enrich your lives. But I want to point out to the uninitiated that the pinnacle award for our college is the Osterhaus Medal for Lifetime Achievement. Robert Osterhaus, who lives in Maquoketa, and Bob is well into his 80s, has had a long and distinguished career. But on that medallion, Bob's likeness is not alone, but rather on that medallion, his wife, Anne, is also represented as a team. So in our college family, that partnership is extremely meaningful and important as represented in our Pinnacle Award. So today, we thank both Jack and Nancy. Thank you. You know, regrettably, during the time that I've served as dean these last 15 years, our nation has been in conflict in one place in the world or another. And each and every year, at least one member of our college family is directly impacted by loved ones who are helping to serve our country. So if you would please, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the loved ones who are in military service and cannot be here today because of their service to our country. Indeed, we enjoy many freedoms because of the sacrifices that these individuals make. May I ask all of you, please, to join me for just a moment of silence as a gesture of thanks to those who are serving our country. Thank you. Bruce Harold became the 21st president of the University of Iowa on November 2, 2015. He received a Bachelor of Engineering degree from Purdue University and a Master of Business Administration degree from Harvard University. President Harold served on the faculty of Harvard Business School from 2008 to 2014 with dual appointments to the entrepreneurial and strategy units. He was faculty chair of the Building New Business and Established Organizations program. He has served in several corporate leadership positions with such companies as Kraft General Foods, Boston Market Company, and IBM, focusing on strategy and transformation. President Harold has also served as a consultant on leadership, organic growth, and strategic renewal. He is the author or co-author of numerous articles and book chapters and has also authored or co-authored several case studies for Harvard Business Publications. We are deeply honored today to have Bruce Harold with us this morning. I can tell you on a personal level as a dean, we are inspired by our president. We're inspired by the direction and boldness that he's taking, and we're excited today to hear his words to our graduating students. President Harold.
Can you hear me now? Good morning. Thank you, Dean Latendra. It's an honor to be here. Good morning and welcome to the graduates, to my faculty and staff colleagues, to the family and friends, and to the honored guests. It's my great pleasure to share with you some few thoughts on this joyous occasion. Today we are celebrating the individual achievements of those remarkable students in front of us who are on the cusp of their professional careers. But having sat a few times where you are, I'm always reminded that you don't get here alone. There are always a number of people who are at your backs. And so if you don't mind, graduates, would you mind all standing, turning around, and thanking those members of the family, faculty, mentors, and teachers who have made all this happen today? And I'm sure after this, be sure to give some special, well-earned hugs to all of them. Over and over again, as so many other speakers here this morning have mentioned, it's about a family. Family of direct and indirect that makes our lives so special and so much deeper and richer. And they played an important role in your journey here to this very special moment. Just for a moment, just to reiterate some comments that have already been made, but I think these are moments to also reflect on the deep, deep history and legacy of this pharmacy program. We're one of the top 20 pharmacy schools in the United States. We're the fourth oldest public pharmacy school. For over 130 years, the College of Pharmacy has contributed greatly to the cutting-edge discovery, education, and service that marks the University of Iowa's distinction. Graduates, we're proud of your individual accomplishments. They got you here today. They will keep you going in life, and we're proud to send you off as part of the great Iowa pharmacy legacy. If you're staying here in Iowa, thank you. You're joining many, many Iowa pharmacists. Over half of the pharmacists in the state have been here before you. If you're leaving us to go to some other part of the country or the world, take the excellence, share it, and always look back and come back to be here with your Hawkeye family. Wherever you may go, we hope that you do so with pride and with success. In the coming months, we'll be celebrating, as already been mentioned, a very special buildings all across our campus. We're already starting some of that. I also had the tour from Don Latendra that Jack Evans shared. I think there's a salesmanship here coming out, a pattern. Jack had it when the decision was trying to be made. I had it as I arrived on campus to make sure it was continued to be made. And I look forward with many of you as you come back to campus to see in a few years a brand new, wonderful pharmacy facility. I will tell you also, Dean Latendra, that I would expect that not only with the opening of that facility, as much of you as you have projected about the need for that facility and the desperate condition of the existing facility, that you would rise several ranks in the rankings nationally as we open that new facility. Not to put any pressure on you and the faculty. So, just all remind you that is a program of excellence, but you also are excellent. Go forth and practice that. Spread it. Bring it back to us. And always remember, as you come back, this is your home. Thank you. Good luck. And do remember, go Hawks. Don, let's just do it from here.
You're witnessing a first. Again, teamwork, right? Contingency planning. President Harrell, I don't need a script to tell you that our wonderful faculty here have determined that the men and women seated before you have met all of the qualifications deemed necessary to graduate from our College of Pharmacy, and is with great pride that I present them to you here today.
On recommendation of the faculty of the College of Pharmacy and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
I'd say we make a pretty good team. Now we get to that special moment where we have the opportunity to both hood our graduates as well as hand out the diplomas. So from this moment until the closing comments, I'm going to turn things over to Associate Dean Mike Kelly, who will handle all of the elements of the conferring of the degrees. So, Mike?
Thank you, Dean Latender. It is now my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you the members of the class of 2016. Today, each student will be receiving a hood. This is a symbol of doctoral education. As the faculty marched in, you probably noticed that the trailing hoods are of many colors. The length and shape of the hood indicate the degree that is granted. The lining displays the official colors of the university awarding the degree, and the velvet trim indicates the field of study. The hood the students will receive today has an olive coloring that indicates the clinical doctorate of pharmacy. Stars on the gown indicate the levels of academic achievement. These are noted in the program. The cords being worn by some students indicate selected achievements. The purple and white cords are for high academic achievement and membership in the Rho Chi Honor Society. The green and gold cords indicate high achievement in leadership and membership in the Phi Lambda Sigma fraternity. Several of our graduates will receive their hoods from family members that are pharmacists. I will now ask the graduates to begin to line up behind me, one row at a time, and I will introduce the graduates at this time. There is a professional photographer that will take photographs of each graduate. If you would like, please feel free to come forward and take pictures of your own. Doctors Lloyd Matheson and Brett Heinz will be hooding the graduates. Dr. Grant Hauslog, Dubuque, Iowa. Dr. Michael L. Koss. Davenport, Iowa. Dr. Stephen Smith, Stewart, Iowa. Dr. Joshua Jebb, Bay City, Michigan. Dr. Jake Meyer, Kalmar, Iowa. Dr. Alexander Kincaid, Silvis, Illinois. Dr. Tyler Sandall, Dubuque, Iowa. Dr. Amaris Nicolette Hansen, Bend, Oregon. Jatessa Jate Lynn Schrank, Battle Creek, Iowa. Dr. Erica Brown, La Crescent, Minnesota. Dr. Carolyn Jean Stoneking, Northwood, Iowa. Dr. Natalie Dawn Blaine, Clear Lake, Iowa. Dr. Chelsea Goldsmith. Chelsea will be hooded by her mother, Mary Goldsmith. Dr. Shayla Renee Stanton Robinson, Des Moines, Iowa. Dr. Brandel Suzette Blakely. Chicago, Illinois. Dr. Marcia Chapman, Markham, Illinois. Dr. Caleb John Fincher, West Salem, Wisconsin. Dr. Deanne Beck, Waterloo, Iowa. Dr. Leslie Ann Noty, Garner, Iowa. Dr. Jessica Elizabeth Goff, Iowa City, Iowa. Dr. Michelle Lefevre, Hales Corners, Wisconsin. Dr. Jessica Zhang, Barrington, Illinois. Dr. Elizabeth Cataldo, North Barrington, Illinois. Dr. Ha Wu, Shandong, China. Dr. Jacob Peterson, Waterloo, Iowa. Dr. Kyle Walther, Denver, Iowa. Dr. Alex Ruffcorn, Waterloo, Iowa. Dr. Nicole Sly, Amana, Iowa. Dr. Monica Rao, Bettendorf, Iowa. Dr. Robert John Solomon, Mason City, Iowa. Dr. Ann Elise Zapeski, St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Dr. Zapeski will be hooded by her mother-in-law, Kay Zapeski. Dr. Anastasia Jane Lunt, Pocahontas, Iowa. Dr. Alyssa Kirsten Kosnick, Alakepa, Pennsylvania. Dr. Laura Margaret Steinauer, Clarinda, Iowa. Dr. Caitlin Lichtig, Clive, Iowa. Dr. Casey Sue Abel, Mediapolis, Iowa. Dr. Tiffany Ashley Tierney, Bartlett, Kansas. Dr. Kelsey Daedlow, West Branch, Iowa. Dr. Molly Elizabeth Polzine, Des Moines, Iowa. Dr. Riley J. Goshen, Primgar, Iowa. Dr. Mary Ensminger, Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Dr. Noel Dorel Schulte, West Des Moines, Iowa. Dr. Laura Ann Homogard, Rodney, Iowa. Dr. Christy L. Sharp, Davenport, Iowa. Dr. Jesse Henry, Colo, Iowa. Dr. Elizabeth Marie Glenn, Ankeny, Iowa. Dr. Jacqueline Nicole Scheid, Hinsdale, Illinois. Dr. Krista Heckenlively, Spirit Lake, Iowa. Dr. Brittany Nicole Doherty, Mundelein, Illinois. Dr. Brittany Lee Stillmonks, Bellevue, Iowa. Dr. Kylie Karlick, Tinley Park, Illinois. Dr. Alicia Andrus, North Liberty, Iowa. Dr. Rebecca Petrick, Sioux City. Dr. Alyssa Billmeyer, Marion, Iowa. Dr. Adam Burnaby, Iowa City, Iowa. Dr. Eric Ralph Stevens, Peoria, Illinois. Dr. Jenna Lensmeyer, Bettendorf, Iowa. Dr. Michelle Lee, Avoca, Iowa. Oh, I messed up. Dr. Corey Marin, Godfrey, Illinois. Dr. Marin will be hooded by his brother-in-law, Jeffrey Agan. Dr. Philip Tobias, Barrington, Illinois. Dr. Aaron Peck, Wheaton, Illinois. Dr. Garrett Fouth, Oglesby, Illinois. Dr. Jeremy Price, Granada Hills, California. Dr. Jeffrey Kothmel, Storm Lake, Iowa. Dr. Seamus Hughes, Frankfort, Illinois. Dr. Edward King, Naperville, Illinois. Dr. Ryan Phelan, Cedar Rapids. Dr. Michael Brunner, Wausau, Wisconsin. Dr. Ian Bakewell, Ocean, Iowa. Dr. Jonathan R. Linder, Twin Lakes, Iowa. Dr. Linder will be hooded by his mother, Catherine A. Linder. Dr. Wes Wang, Coralville, Iowa. Dr. Christian Erickson, Iowa City. Dr. Jacob Goddard, Waterloo, Iowa. Dr. Courtney Noel Brown, LeClaire, Iowa. Dr. Mark Allen Hogan, Jr., Clinton, Iowa. Dr. Gregory Morganson, East Moline, Illinois. Dr. Christina Miller, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Dr. Haley Perrin, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Dr. Jeffrey Tobias Ross, Rolla, Mississippi. Dr. Albert Lloyd Chan, Iowa City. Dr. Lane Ton Wynn, Sioux City, Iowa. Dr. Maya Mezgali, Burlington, Iowa. Dr. Hugh Nguyen from Vietnam. Dr. Mia Han, Allen, Texas. Dr. Parth Patel, Grinnell, Iowa. Dr. Wahid Habib, San Diego, California. Dr. Mohammed Yunus, Des Plaines, Illinois. Dr. Courtney Maria Brown, Port Byron, Illinois. Dr. Colby Shea Sackett, Urbana, Iowa. Dr. Hillary Christine Holt, Chicago, Illinois. Dr. Silmarie Arroyo, Bronx, New York. Dr. Samantha Saggart, Waterloo, Iowa. Dr. Alicia Berry, from Grayslake, Michigan. She will be hooded by her uncle, Matthew Berry, and her great-aunt, Jackie Devine. Dr. Sean Rael Venal, Waterloo, Iowa. Dr. Candy Wagenknecht, LeClaire, Iowa. Dr. Lori Terpstra, Iowa City. Dr. Molly Martin, Orion, Illinois. Dr. Catherine Marie Caves, Normal, Illinois. Dr. V. Thung Mishan, Coralville, Iowa. Dr. Brad Waldo, Orange City, Iowa. Dr. Waldo will be hooded by his sister, Dr. Christina Kinney. Dr. Christine Kim, Urbandale, Iowa. Dr. Michael Mays, Iowa City, Iowa. Dr. Sarah Worth, Bentonville, Arkansas. Dr. Anna Espeland, Winterset, Iowa. Dr. Catherine Gross, Marion, Iowa. Dr. Marissa Jorgensen, Gilbert, Arizona. One more time for the class of 2016.
Thank you, Dean Kelly. The rest of the faculty who participated, thank you so much. Mr. Evans, President Harold, thank you so much for being a part of this very special celebration. And again, on and on and on, but congratulations, folks. Well done. Can you believe 4 years has blown by, huh? Just amazing. So proud of you. Today is, in fact, a very special day. It marks the culmination of years of effort on the part of many, and it represents the beginning of a new journey into healthcare in which each of these graduates will undoubtedly leave a profound mark upon whom all they serve. I would like to take a moment to recognize a very special group of individuals. For the past 4 years, the group of men and women seated to my far left have given much to enrich the lives of our graduates, intellectually, emotionally, professionally, and I must add, depending upon the subject matter and your level of preparation exam time, spiritually. Frankly, for a secular institution, I have witnessed a whole lot of praying at times. We are indeed blessed to have a truly outstanding faculty and professional staff. Through their research, they are in constant quest of the next critical step in finding new drugs or better ways to deliver health care. And through their scholarship of teaching, they are always striving to impart knowledge, stimulate critical thinking, and hone students' problem-solving abilities. Theirs is clearly a labor of love. Faculty, might I ask you to please stand in unison. And all of you, I ask you that you join me. Please stand. I ask all of you to join me in recognizing these very fine men and women for all they have done for our graduates and for all what they continue to do for the profession of pharmacy. I believe the events of the past 2 days were simply outstanding and have gone on without a hitch for one reason, and one reason alone, and that is we have a remarkable staff. They toil behind the scenes, and they do so many wonderful things for our college. All of you do so and help bring a healthy measure of panache that ultimately makes our college so special and the envy of many others. All the planning and attention to detail are evident in so many ways, and most especially in the quality of our functions. I feel very privileged, as you know, to serve as dean and have such a capable, considerate, and caring staff as integral members of our college family. Most of these staff are in the back of the room. Might I ask, please, that those in attendance today, believe me, there are a whole host of other staff that are back holding the fort down, as they say, but those that are in attendance today, please stand so we could recognize you and thank you for all your efforts. Staff, please stand. All in the back there. I would especially like to thank the parents, grandparents, spouses, other family members, and friends of the graduates. Your personal, moral, and of course financial support has been critical for these graduates who have achieved this important milestone in their lives today. And I'm so appreciative that virtually everyone that has come up here today, from Grant to Mr. Evans to President Harold, have all said the same. Graduates, once again, please join me in thanking your family and special loved ones for all that they have done for love and support. Thank you again, all of you. I would like to close with this, if I might please, with just a few personal words to the graduates. It's hard for me to believe that 4 years have transpired. When I looked in your wide eyes, as I mentioned the other day, looked like deer in headlight at that white coat ceremony, and now 4 years have gone by. This is a beginning point, not an end point, as we've discussed. And yes, you knew it was coming, professionalism. We've come full circle from when we first spoke about professionalism at the white coat ceremony. You knew I had to raise the issue at least one more time. What you choose to profess and how you exercise all of the privileges that will be bestowed upon you will be decided in the coming days. Pharmacist, just saying the word connotes much in today's society. Responsibility, respect, integrity, trust, and healing are a few of the things that quickly come to my mind. Henceforth, you'll be called pharmacists for several reasons. First, you have earned the distinction that the title carries through your years of study and hard work. But bear in mind, as I said a few moments ago, this is a beginning point, not an end point. You'll always be required to continue to learn and hone your skills, for a true healthcare provider's time as a student never ends. Second, you're about to enter into a very special covenant with the public. That covenant will willingly place lives in your hands, and in return you will be obligated to draw upon all of your special knowledge and skills to help ensure the health and safety of those for whom you have been entrusted to serve. In that regard, I draw upon the words of Michelangelo, who once said, and I quote, "The greatest danger for most of us lies not in setting the aim too high and falling short, rather, but in setting our aim too low and achieving our mark." Let's set our bar high, as you always have. I urge you, please, I know you, set your bar high. And third, you will become a member of a very select community. This community, called the profession of pharmacy, is one built upon trust, discipline, communication, collaboration, caring, and a firm commitment to health promotion and disease prevention. Our profession demands these things, and our patients have come to expect nothing less. For these reasons and so many more, you will have the unique privilege of forever bearing the title pharmacist. I feel especially proud and privileged to be among the first to call you a pharmacist because I know in my heart that each of you is so deserving of this recognition. Once again, to each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart, congratulations. I want to say one last thing, and that concerns all the little ones that are out there. Those sounds that you hear are music to my ears. One, we are a very family-oriented community ourselves. But secondly, I look at those as future recruits. So we have pamphlets in the back there. So you make sure all those little ones sign those things out, because we're looking forward to having other family members join us in years to come. With that, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 130th commencement of the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy. I ask that all attendees please remain seated during the recessional. Once all of the graduates have exited, I invite everyone to please join us in the foyer, as well as out on the patio, since it's such a beautiful day, for some light refreshments. Thank you all, and go Hawkeyes!